take a look at Mechanic Master for the Nintendo DS, and the cover of this game is very misleading. When I first saw this, I thought it had something to do with building and machinery, but it really doesn't. It has to do with exterminating aliens using extreme force and scissors, and that makes this game really cool. Let's open this up, and there's the little tiny game card or cartridge. How small that thing is compared to an Atari 2600 game. These are pretty awesome. All right, here's the official classic game room Nintendo DS, which already has fingerprints all over it. And we'll plug the game in the back here. Tough to do while looking through a viewfinder. All right. And there's the reflection of the camera. For the show, I picked up a black Nintendo DS to make the games appear better on screen, although it does fingerprint very easily. All right, start the game here. And Mechanic Master, copyright 2008, Midway. Mechanic Master starts with a very entertaining and interesting intro sequence, and I always find it fascinating to watch these and see how the designers use two screens in a vertical layout, which is a very unusual screen layout when you think about it, but put to good use by most Nintendo DS games, including this one. Mechanic Master is, in a sense, an ultra-glorified version of dominoes. It's a puzzle game, a thinking game, and for those of you who like that kind of game, this one might appeal to you. There's dozens of levels, more than 100, and they progressively get more difficult as you go through the game. It starts you off with the easiest challenges first, explaining the gameplay. There's a number of objects, all of which do different things and act in different ways. The objective in each level is to eliminate the aliens in any way that you can think of, whether squashing them or knocking them off screen, shooting them into space in a rocket. The graphical style is cartoony and fun. It reminds me of Futurama, which is always a good thing. In some levels, your objective is to save the humans who are trapped in captivity. And sometimes you have to do both. You have to get rid of aliens and save humans. There's a myriad array of different objects and things to interact with in Mechanic Master, which is really the core of the game. How do you use these objects, in what order, to make events happen, to kill the aliens? Or save the humans. You can't kill the humans and save the aliens. I tried that, doesn't work. There's balls that drop, aerosol cans when hit that spray forward and move things off of the shelves. There's engines, there's fans. They're started when you shoot them with a cannon or drop a ball or Rubik's Cube looking thing on them. You have robots that start at the push of the button, robots that start when a garbage can is knocked over, lighters that ignite. There's rocket propelled spinning things, spaceships, crawling plunger things, conveyor belts, all kinds of great stuff. Honestly, the packaging does not do this game justice. It's a lot of fun. The top screen shows you an overview of the playing field, so to speak, and when you get to the more advanced levels, they become much larger. So it's helpful to see what's going on as a good wide shot. The bottom screen is the one that you interact with. You can slide things around, put them in position, and then hit the play button and watch the action unfold. When you get to the harder levels, the game becomes very challenging. You have all kinds of objects to work with, laser beams, mirrors, magnets, and balloons. It's a very creative game, and one of the things I like is that sometimes there's not necessarily just one way to complete the level. Sometimes you can get lucky and bounce a cannon shot off the robot's head or something, and it'll hit a button by accident, and then you'll make it work, and it's like, cool. There's a great deal of trial and error in the game. You can hit the play button as many times as you want. You're being timed, so you can challenge yourself to see how fast you can complete the levels. What you're seeing on screen here is a good representation of this game. If you like what you see, I highly recommend Mechanic Master. Keep watching Classic Game Room for old school reviews and now Nintendo DS reviews. And before you comment, yes, someday we will get a Game Gear and Atari Lynx. Someday. I forgot to mention the music in the game is jazzy and funky. If only this thing had a subwoofer output so you could feel the bass out of your Nintendo DS. As it is, I recorded all the audio with a lavalier mic that I strapped onto it.